Welcome to Vanivikas Classics, where every story whispers timeless emotions. Today, we will hear a story, Kabuliwala by Rabindranath Tagore, a tale that will stay with you long after it ends. This story is about a strange but beautiful friendship between a little girl from Calcutta and a man from a distant land. It tells us how love and kindness can connect people beyond all barriers of race, language, and culture. The story begins in a quiet corner of old Kolkata. A writer lives there with his little daughter Mini. Mini is a bright and curious child. She talks endlessly, asks hundreds of questions, and fills her house with her cheerful voice. Her father enjoys her company and often laughs at her innocent words. One morning, a tall man dressed in loose Afghan clothes walks through the narrow lane. He carries a bag on his shoulder and calls out loudly, "Kabuliwala, dry fruits and nuts." His name is Rahmat, and he comes from the distant mountains of Afghanistan to sell his goods in India. When Mini first sees the Kabuliwala, she becomes frightened. She hides behind her father, thinking he might carry her away in his big bag. But soon her fear disappears. The Kabuliwala smiles kindly, gives her a handful dry fruits, and starts talking to her. That is now their unusual friendship begins. Rahmat visits Mini's house almost every day. He brings her almonds, raisins, and little gifts. Mini talks to him with great joy, telling stories in her sweet, childish way. For Rahmat, Mini becomes a symbol of his own daughter left behind in Kabul. Whenever he sees her, his heart fills with warmth and love. But happiness does not last forever. One day, Rahmat has a fight with a man who refuses to pay him. In anger, Rahmat stabs the man and is sent to prison for many years. Mini forgets about him as she grows up. The laughter that once filled her father's house slowly fades away. After a long, Rahmat is released from prison. His beard has grown white and his eyes are full of longing. The first thing he wants is to meet Mini again. He walks to the same house, carrying a small bag of dry fruits just like in the old days. But the house looks different now. It is full of noise and excitement. Mini is getting married. Rahmat stands at the door and waits quietly. When Mini's father sees him, he feels both surprise and pity. Rahmat only wishes to see Mini once before she leaves for her new life. At last, Mini comes out dressed as a bride. She looks beautiful and shy, no longer the little girl he once knew. Rahmat stares at her silently. He realizes that time has changed everything. His own daughter in Kabul must have also grown up like Mini. Rahmat takes out a small piece of paper from his pocket. It has the tiny handprint of his daughter pressed in ink. He shows it with trembling hands, his eyes full of tears. Mini's father feels a deep pain in his heart. He understands Rahmat's longing and sorrow. Before Rahmat leaves, Mini's father gives him some money so that he can return to his homeland and meet his own daughter again. Rahmat blesses Mini from his heart and walks away, his eyes wet but his soul peaceful. Kabuliwala is not just a story about a fruit seller and a little girl. It is a story about the love that crosses all boundaries. the love of a father for his child, the love that remains pure and strong even across time and distance. It reminds us that human hearts everywhere beat with the same feelings of care, hope, and longing. If you enjoyed the stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe Vanivikas Classics for more timeless tales and unforgettable stories.